everyone. Today I'm doing a flip through of volume 3 of my 3 December Daily 2020 album. So this will be the last one, and thank goodness because this is a bit of a monster. So as you can see, this is days 23 to 31, and I think this has the least amount of days in it compared to my other two albums, and this is the thickest of all of my albums. I don't even know what happened. So let's just do a flip through for you. I do have process videos for some of these spreads as well, and I'll link my December Daily 12 Days of Interactive December Dailies video series playlist down in the comments below, so that you can have access to that if you like. So this, I just started out with a page. I printed this on vellum, and this is from In a Creative Bubble. And I just needed something like a clean and simple title page that wasn't going to take up too much bulk because, as you can see, too much bulk. This is a cut file from Paige Evans. It was part of her 25 Days of Christmas Cut Files series, and this is day 23, and this is documenting my Christmas baking. I do have a process video for this one. So this lid just opens up, and in here, if I can get this out, is a set of tags that I created to document my Christmas baking that I did. And I have on the back some journaling about all the recipes that I used, etc. All of these pattern papers, as well as most of the stickers and embellishments, are from Cocoa Daisy. These stamped labels that I have here are all made using an Ellie's Studio label stamp set, and I'll point out any additional products if I come across any in here. So this just closes. For day 24, I used another cut file from Paige Evans, and this is documenting kind of like a then and now of Christmas. So this was from Christmas past, and I have Christmas future, Christmas present in right here. So this just pulls out to reveal our Christmas present. We had our Zoom call there to celebrate Christmas and open presents just because of COVID. Here I have some more photos and some journaling as well. And the pocket card is from Cocoa Daisy. These puffy alphabet stickers are also from Cocoa Daisy, and there's an insert in here as well with another photo and some more journaling. I do have a process video of this one as well. So this page here is documenting December 25th, Christmas Day. This folds out to reveal this is another printable from In a Creative Bubble from the same pack as the title page that I used for the beginning of this album. And I just used this acetate piece so that the embellishments here wouldn't damage my photo that I have on this side. And I don't have a process video for this one. I just made, this was inspired by one of Dearly Dee's Patreon videos. And I just made this tag flip out here that can be removed. This is using a paper clip from a planner kit, actually, from Cocoa Daisy. Patterned papers from Cocoa Daisy. This token here is from Tim Holtz. This clear piece here is from Ellie's Studio. This was from Starbucks. And the joy, all of the cork embellishments were from Ellie's Studio as well. So I have some photos in there. And a last photo on the back. Day 26, I documented our trip out to the zoo, and I just created some staggered pockets here with some journaling, a food voucher that I saved from the trip, as well as some photos. And this stacked pocket was created using the We Are Memory Keepers punch board to make these tabs. And this snowflake sticker here is from Cocoa Daisy. Day 27 was documenting our trip to, so I have kind of like an AM and a PM side. So I took some photos in the morning and I just wanted to contrast that with some photos that I took in the evening. So this is a magnetized closure here, and I just have a waterfall of photo mats here. Along with some journaling. The washi tape and the embellishments are all Cocoa Daisy, as is the pattern paper as usual. And then on the PM side, I have some night photos. Day 28 was documenting my boyfriend's birthday, so I have this tie closure here. This piece here is from Tim Holtz. And this just opens like so. And again. And again. And yet again. And I like that when you tie this bow together, it kind of looks like a stack of presents. I thought that was cute. And this cut file was from Citrus Twist, and pattern paper is from Cocoa Daisy. Most of this is also from Cocoa Daisy, except for the stamped label. I do have a process video on this one. This is just documenting the YouTubers who I was watching during the month of December, and this swivels out to reveal some journaling. And this page I just kind of created with some of the leftover stickers that I had from the Cocoa Daisy kit, as well as some of the glitter enamel dots. I just decorated one of the pages in their traveler's notebooks. This here I also have a process video for. This is documenting the 8 things that I was grateful for that month. So I have here journaling about things that I was grateful for. And the letters that I used are from Ali Edwards. I think it was her December daily alphabet stamp. And I just used that to cut out some gold foil letters for my page. And these phone pieces are from Studio Calico, from an old kit of theirs. This was also when I documented my 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, as well as my first 500 followers on Instagram. And am I missing a date? No, I'm not. Okay. And day 31, New Year's Eve, I have here a flap that opens to reveal a photo and some journaling. And the pocket card and the chipboard piece are from Cocoa Daisy. I do have a process video on this as well. This card is from Any Creative Bubble. It was a free printable. This computer screen is also from Any Creative Bubble. And this Goodbye 2020 that I cut with some gold foil paper is from just some word art from Ali Edwards. And I created a shaker pocket with some tulle and some vellum there. If you can see the tulle. So then this just comes out. And there's just some journaling about 2020. So that finishes up my album. I am super pleased with how it turned out, but it is so bulky. Let me put you on pause and put back all the inserts, and I can show you what the 3 of the albums look like together. So this is all 3 albums together, so volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3 of my December daily. As you can see, that is a lot of pages and a lot of dimension. I don't know if I'll do this again next year, like make things as chunky. I definitely need to remember that the last week of December is always going to have more things going on. So between Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, my boyfriend's birthday, Boxing Day we have in Canada, and New Year's Eve, that's a lot to pack into like a small amount of space. So next year, I think I'm going to try to focus on making my first 2 albums a bit smaller, like not use as much dimension, just so that I can, if I want to include more photos in my last album, I can, because as you can see, like this has the least amount of days in it, and it is the thickest out of all 3 books. Like, how does this even happen? Some other thoughts about December Daily this year. I do appreciate people who make foundation pages. I feel like for people who can pre-plan their photos and pre-plan what stories they want to tell, it's a really good idea. And it's very tempting for me to attempt foundation pages next year. But the way that I tell my stories and the way that I document is I look at the photos first. So I look at how many photos I have, what orientation they are, like whether they're the landscape photos or the portrait will determine the type of interactive page that I make, and how many I have and what the photos depict. So for example, things like the baking, right? I wouldn't put any other type of photo in the mason jars that, in the cookie jars that were part of Paige Evans' cut files. And another thing too is that those cut files I only got because they were released daily as part of the 25 Days of Christmas cut files. I didn't get them until a bit later on in December, so it's a bit harder to plan foundation pages around those types of things, just because I do want to add last minute ideas like that into the albums. So we'll see about next year. We'll see what I want to do. Maybe I'll even want to make things a bit more simple. I think every single page that I have in these 3 albums was interactive, and I really enjoy the interactive part of December Daily, but it just takes a bit more planning and a bit more work, but I think it was worth it in the end. Another note as well is I had been a bit hesitant about using the Cocoa Daisy Cranberry Rose collection for this December Daily project, just because I knew that the kits would arrive kind of like very close to December, which gave me a kind of like little to no prep time. And I was basically signing up for these kits a couple of months in advance, sight unseen. So we didn't even really know what the theme was for the kits until a bit closer to December. I do like the kit that came, the papers and the theme and just the whimsical style that came in this year's kit. However, if I'm going to be doing foundation pages next year, I don't think I'll be able to use Cocoa Daisy products, just because they do release, because they're based on a subscription model, you have to pre-order them in advance, and then they don't really ship out until the month before. And because because I live in Canada, it takes so much longer, and also because of COVID and because December and people are online shopping, it took that much longer for my products to get to me. So that's another factor that I'm going to consider for next year as well. I did really enjoy the printables that I purchased from In a Creative Bubble. So I purchased this pack of Comfort and Joy Traveler's Notebook papers, and I printed all 10 of them out. And these are the only 4 that I didn't end up using, which really surprised me because, first of all, when I purchased this, I wasn't sure how they would go with the Cocoa Daisy kit, because at that point in time, I hadn't seen the Cocoa Daisy kit yet. And because, like, I don't usually, when I'm making when I was doing my previous Citrus Twist Life Crafted albums, I didn't really use these styles of pages where you have like a huge block of journaling, but I found in December that I just wanted to include a few more words in some of my stories that I was telling. So they worked out really well, and I'll definitely be keeping these for next year at least. Maybe not the December 2020 calendar, but I'll keep the rest for next year so that I can maybe use them in future projects, and definitely would recommend checking out In a Creative Bubble if you are interested in some printables. Other than that, just some things that I noticed in general. So towards the end of the month, I was actually quite good about keeping track with, like keeping on top of documenting every day. I think December 23rd, around that week, was when I started to fall a bit behind, like more than a day or two behind. And that was due to a couple of reasons. So my scan and cut machine, the blade became so dull that it couldn't really cut into paper very well. Like it would drag, and then the things that I was cutting wouldn't have sharp lines. So next year I'm definitely going to invest in an extra cutting mat as well as an extra blade just in case. Other things that happened, my toner ink wouldn't foil for some reason. I think it's because I was using an off-brand toner ink. So definitely worth it to invest in good printers and good inks and good papers as well for next year. Is something that I want to keep in mind. It didn't help that my selfie printer broke, I think the week of December 23rd. So hence why I'm so late at uploading these videos and so late at finishing my projects, is just because I had some printer problems and just didn't really feel motivated to work on my December daily all that much after that. Another thing that I didn't realize was how big the December daily community is. So as part of my grateful page on day 30, I mentioned how grateful I am for the December daily community on Facebook as well as on Instagram and YouTube, and everyone who commented and liked my posts. That was really surprising to me that so many people do December daily, so it was very interesting to see everyone's pages and their different styles. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to as well next year. So now that my December daily albums are done, I just wanted to quickly talk about my plans for 2021 and this YouTube channel. So I'm going to be continuing to document in these Citrus Twist Life Crafted albums. In fact, I do have one from, this is from September to November of 2020 that I haven't finished yet. It's almost done. I just have like the last 2 pages that I have to work on, and then I'll upload a flip through video of this one as well. And I'll be continuing to use these albums and maybe upload some process videos as well in 2021. I recently got this memory Dex, so I'm excited to use that and maybe share some process videos on some cards that I make. My plan with this is to make kind of like a few of my favorite things cards and do a couple of those every month, and by the end of the year, I'll have all these cards of some of my favorite things that I had enjoyed during the year. I also have on order some traveler's notebooks from Studio Calico and Coco Daisy, and in those I'm going to be doing both Heba and Kelly Winnell on Instagram have some prompts that they're going to be releasing. So Heba is doing hers, it's called Me, Myself, and I, and she's doing that in January. And Kelly Winnell's is called Self-Love, and she's doing that in February. Now, I can't talk about myself for every day for an entire month, but what I thought would be fun is to combine those 2 lists of prompts and just do them throughout the year whenever I feel like it in the Traveler's Notebooks. So I'll also be uploading process videos for those as well, if you guys are interested. I might also be doing some card videos as well, if you're interested in card making videos, and some planner setup videos. My planner doesn't really change that much throughout the year, so I might I have done one recently, and I might just wait for like 6 months before I do my next one. But yeah, if you have any other ideas that you'd like to see, just leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, and I hope to see you for the rest of 2021. Thanks very much for watching.